Hello world and welcome to Elevated Intuition. Today we are doing a reading about your person's thoughts and feelings about you, about this connection. Some of the readings get into a little bit more about the connection. Some of them just are really about what your person thinks about you. And this is a pick a card reading, which means I've got several cards options for you. Well, deck options actually. You get to pick the number, deck, or object that resonates with you. You use your intuition to do that. Yes, I put you to work here. And then down below I have timestamps marking the, where I start the readings for each one of these groups. And you click on that, meet me at your reading, and I will use my intuition to read the cards for you. So each of these cards uses a different tarot deck. This is Mystical Mondays. This is Golden Art Nouveau. This is Botticelli. So if you like the artwork of Botticelli, you might be drawn to this one. And then this one is the Light Seers. So these two are a little bit more modern. And then these two are pretty traditional traditional artwork. Super traditional tarot and artwork, and then this is traditional artwork, but it's, Botticelli, so it's been changed to match tarot because he didn't do a tarot deck, but he has one now. Okay, so if you like to pick with objects, I'm going to be placing objects right now. And for group number 1, the object here is a moss agate moon. We'll just put that right there. For group number 2, the object is a Tigereye egg. Tiger's eye. For group number 3, the object, this is a goldstone heart. And for group number 4, the object is a blue apatite palm stone. If you're still not sure which group is for you, I am going to do a breathing exercise, and you're welcome to do that with me. I'm just going to sit here nice and comfy in my chair. Go ahead and close your eyes with me and take a deep breath in and release. Release out any tension, set the intention that you will get the messages that you need to hear. Go ahead and take another deep breath in and release. Okay, open your eyes, and wherever your eyes are drawn is the group for you. So thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and I will meet you at your reading. Hello, group 1. This is the moss agate moon, and then we've got the number 1, and we'll get to this deck here in a second. The first card that comes out, these are portal cards, so they're about transition, change, movement, and so let's see what your person is thinking, feeling about you, about the situation, what is going on, and what they wish could change. And what they have is the end. So they have 43, the end. The end is like every new beginning is some other beginning's end. So whatever cycle that you're in right now, they would like that to end, and they're looking for change. They want something different with you than what is going on now. Now, a lot of times the end means moving away, and it could be that they don't want to be stuck anymore. They want to be in a rut. They want to move away from this situation, and they think that maybe it would be better if you moved away from this situation too. So a lot of times the end of something is something to celebrate, like the end of a school year, the end of your education, something like that. Sometimes the end comes and it's sad, but most of the time the end kind of has mixed feelings, because no matter how much we're in a rut currently and we want to make changes to that, making changes kind of, hits us in a way that in unexpected ways, and our ego likes to keep us in the same pattern, in the same way. So there is some uncomfortableness, uncomfortable feelings around you, maybe uncomfortable conversations that they would like to have. Here are the Five of Swords, but we also have the Lovers, we also have the Sun, and we also have the Hermit. So this is what they think and feel about you. I think they are very positive about you. And whatever, I kind of am feeling like whatever is in your heart is kind of like what they're gonna be following. I think they would use the term twin flame about you. And whether that is optimistic thinking or not, that is up to you. But what's really striking about the Sun card here is we do have like these twin peaks, and we're talking about love. We have the Lovers, we've got some Swords, we've got some communication. I think that they are kind of confused how to communicate with you at some times. The Lovers also indicates kind of what I was talking about a little bit here before with the end, like a transition. Usually the Lovers depicts Adam and Eve. And that is a transition in and of itself. Like they're moving, but they're moving together. However, they also have the Hermit over here. So there's a lot of uncertainty, and there's a lot of things that they want to change and they wish they could change right now. Five of Swords, but we have it in reverse. Five of Swords is conflict. But it is also a situation where, you know, fives are conflict. Fives are change. Fives bring us to a head, and they want us to, we have to figure out, really, they make us uncomfortable to where we would like to move. I think your person would really like to have a relationship with you. They really think, you know, you hung the moon, you hung the sun here. Very positive. I think there's a little bit of confusion as well, because, you know, the Five of Swords, even though it's in reverse, they're not quite sure maybe what to say to you, how you will take it. The Lovers, though, would indicate that there's some fun here. There's some mirroring back and forth here of communication. Again, like I said, this is what they think of you, what they want from you is they want an elevation in the relationship. So if this is something that, you know, you're just speaking online, they would like to meet you. If you are meeting up, they want to meet you more. However, I don't know how, I don't think that they know how to necessarily initiate some things with you. So one thing they would love to change with you is communication. What contact they've had with you, they really enjoy it. They enjoy talking to you. They enjoy communicating with you. Even if you're not seeing eye to eye, even if you agree to disagree, they seem like they're putting you on a pedestal a little bit over here. Look at these major arcana cards though. We've got the Lovers, the Sun, the Hermit. So when we see the end, which really indicates change, like they definitely want to level up. They want to be more involved in your life. However, with the Hermit over here, I think they're not sure that they fit in with your life, or that you need them, or you know, they really see you as like the complete package, the complete person without them. Law of attachment. So there is some attachment here, and strength. So, you know, it is really interesting. These cards are, they're Cosmic Laws Oracle. I just, you know, really felt like we should bring them in here. And the Strength card is also another card in the major arcana. I think they see like this quiet peace about you. Even though you are a force to be reckoned with, they see you as somebody who's very powerful, very thoughtful, and you know, you light your own light. Like you light up a room, you have very connected to your heart chakra, and whether that resonates with you or not, they are feeling love for you. There might be a spotlight type relationship or spotlight type attraction, which means that they see one thing about you that they really like and they're really attracted, and so then they ignore other things, which might be what is concerning you. Law of attachment too, and that's why I'm thinking of the spotlight here because of the sun and the attachment, that there is maybe like they really feel drawn to you, they really feel attached to you, they feel like you know, this almost feels like they've known you for years. They, even if you've just met, like they have that kind of connection is how they feel and see you. And again, this feels like it's really driven by you though. So if this is somebody who you'd like to have a relationship with, I think that you could, you know, you could really go in there and make it happen. If this is not, if this is somebody who has like a very unhealthy attachment to you, they see you in a very beautiful light, but you are going to have to be the one to put up the boundaries, because I think that they are attracted to you and attached to you in a way that you would have to be the one to say no or to really walk away. Scarab beetle. Okay. It's interesting that we have the scarab beetle coming out. Magic works through you. So they see you as a very magical being, you know, again, with the sun and the hermit here. Scarab beetle, very revered in, you know, I'm sure that you're like, I'm not a beetle. But the scarab beetle is sacred really in Egyptian mythology, and that's where it comes from. Scarab beetles would be very magical in ancient Egypt, and I think that they see you as somebody who is very magical. Also, I think an element of grounded. I think that you're a very grounded person. That they, and that even kind of here in the sun where she's doing this kind of pose, the whole like, you know, I have cards here, but the whole like you know, that they see, and even the hermit, very calm, and the strength, calm, quiet, grounded person who is very magical. You know, they see you as somebody who's very thoughtful and cerebral as well. And of course, you know, of course, why wouldn't they want to hang out with you? So one more card here on how they see you. And we get wolf moon hunger. So very, yeah, very attracted to you, howling at the moon here. They definitely are really interested in you, and you know, sun and moon here, you light things up for them, and they, you know, they're very attracted to you. So if, again, the advice here is on this relationship, it's up to you. I feel like they might be a little bit more introverted. So that's why you're watching this video, to see how they really feel about you. And it's really going to be like they don't know if they should stay or they should go, if they are going to level up this relationship or if they're going to go. And that is going to be needed to be directed by you, because they see you as the strength, because they have this attachment for you. I don't think that they're going to necessarily like go on their own unless you have put up boundaries or told them that, you know, it's not going to happen. So that's what I have for you, group one. So on their thoughts and feelings about you. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group two. This is the Tigereye Egg. If you chose this or the number 2, or you liked this deck, you're in the right spot. We'll get to this in a moment. The first card that we're going to pull out are these Oracle of Portals cards. So you get 40 celebration. It's really interesting. This reminds me a lot of like the Four of Wands. And a lot of the same energy here. I feel like you do it for them. You light their fire. They want to celebrate with you. They want to dance with you. They want you to dance for them. Take that how you will. I think they find you very attractive, and they want you to be their plus one. If there's a celebration going on, they want you to be there with them. But I also feel like they look at you and think that the most mundane things you make fun just because they're with you. So very beautiful energy. Four of Wands is also, even though this isn't the Four of Wands, I said it had a lot of the same energy with that celebration aspect, but also like a stability aspect. They feel really good. They feel really stable in your presence, and they feel like you're a very stable and creative person. Let's get some more cards here. What are their thoughts and feelings about you? We get the Seven of Pentacles. We get, we get a lot of stuff flying out here all at once. So the Star card, we get the Four of Pentacles. Interesting that that comes out. You know, I'm not really sure if this is supposed to be reverse or not because the way that it came out. I'm going to put it upright. I feel like they think being with you is a karmic relationship, but they feel like there might be some ups and downs. You know, I talked about stability here, but then we get the Four of Pentacles reverse. So there's moments where they feel like everything is beautiful and perfect, and then there's moments where they feel like up in the air. They're not really sure what's going on. I feel like they see you as somebody who is a very hard worker, and but they feel like they put in a lot of work into this relationship too, and they're maybe not seeing the return back from you. So just take that as you will. If you know, if that's true, you know, if you want them, if this is a positive relationship for you and you want to continue with it, that there needs to be a little bit more balance, and they would like to see some work put in from your side of the attraction. They feel like they're putting in a lot of work and effort, and that they're not necessarily seeing that return back. They're really hoping that they'll see it back. We have this Star card. They have this connection with you that they feel like, you know, they wish upon a star, and this really hope that things will change for the better. Both the Star card and the Wheel of Fortune are major arcana cards. It's interesting how many major cards are coming out because the last reading had a lot of majors as well. So there's a very strong attraction that they have to you and how they feel about you. But again, it's very up and down. It's very, I want to say bipolar. Now I said they think that you're stable, so they might be the bipolar one. And that might be why you're asking this question, because you feel hot and cold coming from them. And that might be because they think that they're putting in work and that it's not being viewed by you or valued by you, and you're not seeing the work that they're putting in. So on your end, if that is, you know, if that resonates, if that's true, if you're like, well, wait a second, they do a lot of work, you just might make a little extra effort to show gratitude towards them so that they're not so wishy-washy, because I do feel like there is a level of insecurity here with them. Even though I said they see you as secure, I think they see themselves, or they're not even realize how like insecure they are about you and about this connection, this relationship. But again, it looks like it could, you know, some people just bring out like that fire aspect, and it's just a really hot and cool type thing. So this may not be the the best relationship. Just saying that. Like, it might be fun, but if it is like very emotionally draining, which it seems like it could be here, with that hot and cold and that kind of like bipolar thing going on, it may not be the healthiest of relationships, even though I think that, and they may love bomb you and then ghost you. And then, you know, so it almost feels like there's this back and forth here with them, but they see, because you seem like you're the stable one here in the relationship, and they need to find some balance within themselves. I also see kind of like the Seven of Pentacles. This is putting in the work here. You've put in a ton of effort, or they feel like they've put in a ton of effort, and they might want to see a little bit more like instant gratification than what they're seeing. Now that could be because they are being a little premature, but not premature, a little immature. That was like, I'm hearing it. What is the word immature? They might be a little immature. So it seems like you're kind of the adult in the room. And that's not always fun. It's not always fun to be the adult in the room, but even though they want to have fun with you, but then like, do they call you the next day? Or, it almost seems like, I have a friend who she married an older man. She was 23, and at the time, like, he was a lot of fun. And then, 5 years later, she had grown and he had not. So that was kind of like a clue here. But I'm kind of seeing like that kind of back and forth. So even if your person is older than you, it seems like there's a maturity level thing that is kind of off. And they may not be the best with money. So just keep that in mind. I'm trying to see, like, remember what other cards I was pulling here for the other. And we've got external transformation, and we've got family. You might have some family connections. I think they see you as having a family with them. You might have some more connections with them, like a child with them. So that keeps you connected. External transformations here. I do see like they are very influenced by other people. So, like, they want to know what their friends say or how things read on social media. Like, I'm definitely seeing that immaturity. However, that's why we've got this ebb and flow. That's why we've got this ups and downs. That's why we've got this, like, this too shall pass, because then they turn around and it's like, oh, we want to start a family, or they want to up the game, or they see you as somebody who they would want to start a family with and who they would want to be with. Again, like that +1 that I said here on those types of events they would want to take you to. You're somebody they would want to introduce to their family, but I don't know. It might be like too early for that. It might be, when what I mean is not for you necessarily, but they're not in that same space or maturity level. Like, they still want to party, and they see you as having fun like right now, but progressing to that next level might be difficult. Elephant spirit, learn from the past. Is this a type of relationship that you have had before? What are you learning from it? Elephants have like an amazing memory. Also really interesting, elephants, they notice the moon cycles. They worship the moon as well. So I thought that I saved an article because I thought that was really interesting about elephants, that they are cognizant enough to see the moon. But if this is not, like, I almost feel like this relationship is a little bit of deja vu for you here, now that we have this with the karmic card here, that and you may have even like dated or been with this person before, and they're saying that they have changed. I'm not sure that they have. They might be, so pay attention to red flags, pay attention to what made you walk away in the past, even if it was from another relationship. Like what was it that pushed you over the edge? What was it that was not for you? And one more card here. What else do we have for group 2? Wow, okay, extremes. Yeah, the hot and cold, the back and forth. So I feel like this is just coming in here to talk about the hot moon extremes. So another thing that I really love about this deck that I usually use it for is for timing. Hot moon extremes, I believe, is in June or July. So June or July time frame, I feel like you're going to start realizing something about this relationship, and possibly sooner now that we've had this talk, because I want you to be in a beautiful, healthy relationship. I want you to learn from your relationships. I want you to learn from how people are treating you, and place boundaries, place expectations. If this is not working for you, you need to figure out what to do and what to go next, because I feel like this is exhausting. I feel like this yo-yo back and forth is just really exhausting for you, and I want you to feel loved and feel comfortable. And again, I think that they want to do that for you. They just are having a hard time. Either they're just not at that level, they're not at that point in time yet. So that's why we're getting the yo-yo, the back and forth, and you have to decide what it is. Like, are you going to be the life of the party and then just deal with the down times? Because I think when it's good, it's really good, but when it's not, it's not. So that's what I have for you, group 2. I hope that you have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next reading. Hello, group 3. This is the Goldstone Heart number 3, and then if you picked this deck, you were in the right place, but I'm going to pull another card first. And this is from our Oracle of Portals and Beyond Fear. So I really feel like your person is afraid of losing you. But they also might see you as courageous. So, and certainly there's a level of care here, because you're not afraid to lose something that you don't care about. They might not have the best way of showing it. They might be a little bit impetuous, but they see you as somebody who is worth a risk, worth the thrill. I think there's a certain amount of thrill here as well. So this might be a risky relationship, which kind of brings in the idea of, like, could be, if you're not aware, or if this resonates with you, or just double check that there's not somebody else in the picture, that that there's like an additional thrill attachment here to you. And that's just for some people. That's not for everybody. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate. But otherwise, I feel like they see you as a risk taker, somebody who they want to take adventures with, and there's a certain level of fun here. Okay, this is the Ace of Chalices. Very nice. We get the Two of Wands. We have the Knight of Swords. I really just want to jump into things here with you. We have the Four of Pentacles reversed. I had that in the last reading, actually, with a different deck. Two of Wands and Ace of Chalices. They really want to start something new with you. They're ready to take the leap. They want to jump in. Ace of Chalices. This is the card where, we want to see chalices. We want to see those cups cards in relationship readings, in good relationship readings. So just make sure you know what you're getting into, though. There's not anything necessarily where I'm seeing sneaky vibes or behind the scenes other than like this thrill-seeking adventure. And then we get like that kind of repeated over here with the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is going out looking for an adventure as well. Just because it could be a new relationship doesn't mean that it's something that lasts forever either. This looks like a very kind of beginning of something. The Knight of Swords, we don't really want to see knights in relationship readings. It's more of like a hit it and quit it kind of vibe with knights, and more of like a conquest kind of thing. And certainly with the Wands and the Ace of Chalices, that could be as well. Wands is about however, you do have all of kind of like I just feel like this is very new, and you do have a lot of things to go off here when we've got swords, coins, wands, and chalices. So we've got a lot of material to work with. I think there is definitely a connection here, a fun connection here, but again, it could be very, very fleeting. And that I'm basing that off of kind of these three cards. The Knight of Swords is somebody, again, he's moving. So you have to give him something to stay for if that's what you want. And then Four of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. So Four of Pentacles is a card about like kind of hunkering down. It's almost like a hoarding vibe, though. Not necessarily the best, but when we have it in reverse, we do see movement, and we're seeing movement here. So we're seeing a lot of movement with their thinking about you. However, you know, it just seems very vapid. It seems very kind of superficial, but certainly fun and passionate. Two of Wands is a card of passion. Two of Wands, though, and the Ace of Chalices do indicate like there's a lot of potential. Two of Wands is about making plans, but don't get too excited about plans that are made. You know, there are some people who are like, oh, what should we name our kids? And you get all excited about it, but they, you know, it's something that they just like doing. They like saying that, or they like talking about those kinds of things with other people. I do, you know, I almost feel like a lot of this is seeing you as a conquest and seeing you as kind of fun. So I do think they like you, and I do think there's potential here, but at this moment it seems like it's very very vapid and superficial. So I mean, if this is something that you want more long-term, you have to look more into that. So just pay attention to the signs here. Law of harmony and purification, and then we get the law of responsibility. You might be the responsible one in the relationship. You know, when fear comes out, or this beyond fear, this kind of like risk-taking kind of thing, it almost feels like this might be not the kind of person that you are, and the kind of relationship that you would have is something that's new for them. It's not something that they've encountered before. You're a keeper. You might be the one that got away for them, though, and basically like through their own actions. Harmony and purification, it just is very fresh and very beautiful. You know, I see purification very much related to the chalices. I do feel like there's a certain like harmony that is involved with the two of you. Two of Wands, like you do like kind of light each other's fires. Excuse me, sorry about that. So law of responsibility. I kind of feel like you're the adult in the room. Or, you know, they want to do things that get you out of your comfort zone, which could be a good thing. Could, you know, don't knock it until you try it, but it you know, again, you might be the adult here, and I think that's part of the attraction to you, like the planner, the person who puts things, you know, that's why they see like potential, because maybe they have never run up against somebody like you before. I would be cautious about money matters. They may not be the best person with money. Not only the thrill-seeking vibe here, but also this Four Four of Pentacles reverse. You know, in the flow, sure, but sometimes that can indicate that you are, or they are somebody who spends a lot of money. Sandpiper spirit, be playful, a lot of fun energy here, because even responsibility isn't about not having, you know, you can be responsible and have fun, just in like a very responsible way. But again, I think that you might be the adult in this situation. Sandpiper spirit. So there is a very lightheartedness here. Sandpipers are like lighthearted birds. They like cute little clowns is what they might be just depicted as or described as, and they're very playful. So a lot of playful, fun, fresh vibes here. Again, it just seems like it could be very fleeting. But you know, it seems like it's a fun thing. It could, and again, it could be a fun fling. Purity, that's interesting. That comes in here. If we're talking about how long this would last, purity would be the snow moon. So, you know, about 6 months here for this kind of connection, unless, you know, interject more into it. But it does seem kind of like very just fresh and fleeting. Again, like purity is also about fresh. Snow moon is a full moon. And I love this where she is just, looks like she is being kind of like dancing here in the snow. There's a lot of like fun and beautiful and, you know, purity vibes. I think they definitely see you as somebody they've never really encountered before. Again, that breath of fresh air keeps coming up, this harmony, and even the purification, I'm just realizing that. The purification, purity, there's something about that purity they see you as, which might it might make them question their hit it and quit it ways, if you will. But it's definitely a very light energy going on here, very fun, vapid, fleeting. Okay, that's what's going on right now. I do think they are really vibing on you, but it might just be one more conquest for them. It might just be one more thrill for them. So just be aware of that. However, they do see you as different than people that they have encountered before. And again, the adult in the room and somebody who's very responsible. So that is what I have for you, group 3, their thoughts and feelings about you. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next reading. Hello, group 4, and welcome to your reading about what is their thoughts and feelings about you. This is the blue Apatite crystal, the number 4, of course, the light Seer tarot deck, which we'll get to in a moment. The first card, though, that I pulled for everyone is out of this deck. And what comes out for you is Otherworld. So there's kind of 2 messages that are coming across here. One, that they really see you as like a very heightened and enlightened being, somebody who they probably see your aura. To them, you're somebody who just lights up a room when you walk in. They probably really love your smile, and they just really see you. One of my friends called it shiny people. You can look in a room and there are just people who stick out to you that are just shiny. And they see you as this. They see you as enlightened. They see you as somebody functioning at a higher vibration or a higher level or a higher dimension really than others. So I said there were 2 messages. So the second message is that I think that there is something that they recognize in you from another time and space. So whatever your belief system is, and some of you may just reject that, and that is okay. But others of you that, you know, you have that feeling that you've met somebody before, almost like that deja vu feeling that in another lifetime, and that can be like in another, so many times in our life as we move along in this lifetime, you know, sometimes I refer to my teen years in another lifetime. So for some of you that in another lifetime, you know, you're reconnecting with somebody from your past. But for others of you, like if you've never met this person before, it just seems like you've met them before. There's this comfort, and that they know you. They have this feeling that they know you, and they feel like they know you, and you feel comfortable. It might be because you remind them of somebody else, or you could have shared another lifetime before this one. What else for their thoughts and feelings for our group 4? What are their person? What does their person, what do they think of them? 3 of Cups. They would like to be friends with you no matter what. And I think they do see you as a strong person, and maybe you don't see yourself as a strong person. That might be why it's coming out. Queen of Swords, definitely strong person. Maybe you don't set enough boundaries with them. Ace of Cups, 4 of Cups. They're really feeling it from you. They really are. We want to see Cups cards. We have 3 of them here. So this person really thinks very highly of you. This Strength card, you know, maybe it's because you're vulnerable with them and they appreciate that, or they want you to be vulnerable with them. The 3 of Cups, this is a card of friendship. Friendship first. All great relationships have a basis in friendship and this quality of being able to talk to one another or to dance. You might also have shared friends, or they feel like they can introduce you to their friends, their friend group, that you would definitely fit in. They definitely see your insecurities. I think that a lot of times we see insecurities or weaknesses as bad. Everybody has insecurities, everybody has weaknesses, and I think that they are okay with yours. I think they like it. They see it as endearing. They're really feeling a lot of love too. Ace of Cups, you can even see that this is kind of has a heart in here. And then the 4 of Cups reversed. 4 of Cups, you can see what this is. It's kind of like a, I don't know. But that's not the vibe that we're getting here from this person. They do know. They really like you. And again, it's almost like this put on a pedestal with this other world, this aura, this, again, you light up the room for them when you walk in. You light up things with your smile. I think they really love your smile. They really enjoy your smile. But they also like talking to you. They also really like what you have to say. They want to pick your brain. They want you to tell them things. You may be a little bit guarded for their and again, I think that kind of comes in with the Strength in reverse here. They would like you to open up and be vulnerable and show them the real you. I think in some ways they're really seeing it, whether they're processing that or not. They really do enjoy your company, and they really do want to, if this is just like the beginning of a relationship, they really want to make it go further. They see you as somebody who's very creative and has very creative thoughts, and maybe you don't share all that with them, and that's okay, but I think they would like it if you did. And I think maybe you don't because you think you're going to scare them off with your crazy ideas. But I think it is just something that they would find a little bit more interesting about you. I think they definitely want to invite you over to hang out with their friends, to hang out with them, hang out with their family. They think that you would have a great time, that you would fit right in. And you're just kind of like their type of person. You're really on their level. Let's see what else we have here. I'm just going to pull 2 of these. We have, anger. And then we have Law of Unity. That's interesting, the Law of Unity. And anger is also interesting as well. The anger part, I bet they like talking to you about things that are their pet peeves or that they don't like. They see you as somebody who's very, who gets fired up and who's very creative in that way. Anger, a lot of people look at anger as bad, and it is if it's not like directed in the right way. But I think they think that your anger is just indicative of your passion, and especially, you know, with the Queen of Swords here, the Queen of Swords get angry and take action, and they see you as somebody who would take action on your anger. It's not like you're just gonna sit there and complain about things. They see you as somebody who would go out and do something about the things that you're angry about. And that's what this anger card in this deck means. And then the Law of Unity, I mean, come on, I think they see that you have a future, or they have a future with you, or they would want a future with you. The unity, you know, unity, this particular card talks about like we are all one, we are all together, and a lot of these other cards talk about you know, you are their type of person, cut from the same type of cloth, but then also I think they would like to have a deeper relationship with you. They see definitely a future with that. You know, we have the Ace of Cups over here, which would indicate kind of the beginning of something, the beginning of type of a love connection, a very emotional connection here. And then the Unity is kind of like they see these steps going forward of like, yeah, they really could see this being with you as there's a future being with you. Let's see what else we get here. What else can you tell us? Okay, trust divine detours. Interesting. So again, comes in kind of like this idea of the divine. You know, we've got the Law of Unity, and then if I can pick this up, we've got this other world. So it almost seems like divinely guided. This idea of like deja vu, of this like epiphany is kind of going on here, that you just bring things, like it almost feels like they love being in sync with you. They love hearing you speak, that it just brings up things in their mind. Trust in the divine detours. It could be talking about, for some of you, how you met. If you met by accident, they feel like that's been, you know, like it was meant to be, divinely guided. And I think that, you know, they really see that you being with you is divine and divinely guided. That you guys have a lot of fun together. And will is almost like willpower. So yeah, a lot of power here. It's interesting that we have will up, you know, here with strength in reverse, and then the Queen of Swords. So I almost, again, like I think that they see your vulnerabilities. It's not a bad thing. It's a really positive thing. Like they want you to be, again, like I said before, they want you to be vulnerable with them. They would like you to open up, but they do see you as somebody who's very powerful. So if you are, you know, hiding that type of thing, you're hiding your insecurities from them, you might trust in the process, trust in opening up a little bit about that. I don't think they're going to think anything less of you. I think that they're really going to think more of you, especially if you've overcome a lot of things, because I feel like they see you as somebody, especially, you know, the anger here and the will, they see you as somebody who, you know, gets fired up and gets moving and does something and acts. They see you as somebody who is a doer, who goes and does things, and they really appreciate that about you. And they're not so concerned, you know, everybody has insecurities, so they're not so secure about that. And I think that maybe you would like everybody to see you as somebody who's very strong all the time. And I think this person understands that not everybody is strong all the time, and they would like you to be more vulnerable about them or with them. It's interesting, you know, we also have the Queen of Swords. I always see the Queen of Swords as somebody who puts up boundaries. So I feel like they want you to let those boundaries go a little bit and to open up to them and to allow them the opportunity to come in and share with you. Now, again, this is just what they're thinking. However you feel about them might be completely different, because these are all like, you know, they put you on a pedestal. So, you know, I'm telling you that they think very highly of you, and they see a future with you, and they would like to be with you. So, that's what I have for you. So thank you so much for being here today, and I appreciate that, and I will see you in the next reading.